Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to demonstrate the different bandaging techniques using the triangular bandage. But before that, I would like to show you the parts of a triangular bandage. Okay, so this part is the apex. Then we have three sides. The longest side is known as the base. And then we have the sides and the tail. So we have two tails and the apex. Okay, we have two major techniques in using a triangular bandage. We have the open face and we have the cravat face. So I'm going to demonstrate first the different techniques under the open face. But before that, I'm going to show you how to make a square knot. Usually, square knot is used to end the bandaging. And the reason why square knot is used because it's easy to tie and untie. And once it's secured, it doesn't slip nor tighten. And it has a comfortable flat surface. So how to do the square knot? So you hold the tails. Then just follow one principle. So if you're going to start with the right, you have to put it on top of the left. Then insert. And then hold the left tail, put it on top of the right tail, and then insert. So a square knot will look like this. So it has a flat, comfortable surface. Okay. So the reason why it's used because it's easy to tie and it's also easy to untie. So how to untie it? With your right hand, you hold the left tail, pull it towards the right side. Then the right hand will hold the knot while the left hand will pull the other side of the tail. Okay, so that's how easy to untie a square knot. So I'm going to start with the first technique under the open face, which is the head top side. Before you're going to apply or put any bandages, make sure that the wound of the victim is covered first with a dressing. So this is one way to protect the wound and to control the bleeding later on. So under head top side, the injury is on top of the head. So you have to put first the dressing. Then you prepare the bandage. You hold the base. Fold the base twice. The width is at least an inch. Then turn the bandage so that the base will be visible in front of the forehead. Bring the two tails at the back of the head. Okay. You cross the tails. Do not tie it. Just cross it. And then bring the tails later on in front. In front of the forehead. Then you're going to tie or make a square knot. And tuck or hide the tails on the side of the forehead. Okay. Then pull the apex downward. So this is one way to tighten the bandage and to hold the dressing in place. And then roll it upward. And insert it at the side of the insert it on the side of the head. So this is how the head top side looks like. Stop. Second technique is the face bandage. So usually face bandage is done when the injuries of the victim is on the face. So before you're going to apply the bandage on the face of the victim, make sure that you have to cut some holes so that the victim can breathe later on. So the first thing that you're going to do, you get the apex, make a single knot, Single knot. And then open the bandage and then put it on the face of the victim with the apex on top of the head. Okay. You can ask the victim to assist you in securing the bandage. Then, hold the sides, roll it outward.
Sir, nakasasagot.
Okay. So just continue rolling it until you reach the base. Okay. And then, once you reach the base, you roll the base upward. Okay. Then bring the two tails at the back of the head. Then don't forget to instruct the victim to put two fingers in front of the neck to prevent strangulation. Okay. And then, just turn the bandages, the tails around the neck of the victim. So make sure it's not too tight. And then end it with a square knot. Okay. Then hide the tails. You can now instruct the victim to remove the two fingers.
COVID bandage. Okay.
Then, don't forget to hide the tails later on. Okay. So this is how face bandage is done. Back of the face technique. So the steps are similar to the face bandage. The difference is the bandage is at the back of the head of the victim. So the injury of the victim is at the back of the head. So first step again is you're going to make a single knot. Open the bandage. Place it at the back of the head with the apex on top of the head. Then you can instruct or ask the victim to hold the apex in place. Then roll the sides towards the base. Towards the base. And then once you reach the base, you roll the base upward until you reach the level of the neck. Then instruct the victim to place two fingers in front of the neck. And then bring the two tails in front. And then just wrap around the tails around the neck. And then tie it with a square knot. Okay. You can now instruct the victim to remove the two fingers. Then hide the tails and expose the ears of the victim. The reason why we have to expose the ears of the victim, so that if in case we have any instruction, the victim can hear our instruction. So this is the back of the face bandage. So I'm going to demonstrate how to do the chest bandage. So for example, the injury of the victim is on the right side of the chest. You place the apex on top of the right shoulder. Then fold the base or roll the base upward until you reach the level of the chest. Okay. Then bring the two tails at the back. So we're going to make a square knot with the tails. Okay. Then with one of the tail, we're going to make a square knot with the apex. Then hide the tails. Okay. Then don't forget to fold or to roll the side that is close to the armpit to prevent the blood vessels and the nerves from getting impinged. Okay, so this is how the chest bandage looks like. Of the chest bandage is similar to the chest bandage. So the only difference, the injury of the victim is at the back. Okay? So if for example, the injury of the victim is close to the left side of the back, so the first thing you're going to do is to put the apex on top of the left shoulder. So you can ask the victim to hold the apex in place. Then fold the base upward. Until you reach the level of the chest. And then bring the two tails in front. Again, we're going to make a square knot with the two tails. Okay. Then once you're done, with the other tail, you're going to make a square knot with the apex. Then hide the tails. Okay. Then roll or fold the side that is close to the armpit away. Okay. Then for females, so reminder, for females, the tail should be in between the breasts to prevent compression of the breasts for females. Okay, so this is how the back of the chest bandage looks like. You know, the victim is on the elbow. So the first thing that you're going to do, you fold the base twice. 1, 2, at least an inch in diameter, 1 inch. And then place the folded base above the elbow. So this is the elbow. So it should be above the elbow. And then bring the two tails to the other side. And then you're going to cross the two tails towards the elbow. And then bring it below the elbow. Then secure it using square knot. Okay. Then just roll the excess bandage, excess tails, and insert it so that it will look neat. Okay. Then get the apex, bring it upward to cover the elbow, and insert or tuck it under the folded base. Okay, so this is how an elbow bandage looks like.